You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
She is looking good. Got a lot of pictures from there yesterday. Got inside the bowl and got a chance to see that. I am looking forward to it. I don't really look forward to a ton of stuff in the preseason. Well, I like the preseason games because I like doing sidelines and stuff. But I am looking forward to seeing it in its current place. And then obviously we'll get another one, when the new stadium is underway. But we've seen all this construction on the outside. I really think from the pictures and everything yesterday that we saw, they really made this thing pop. And there are two things that I got, at least some of the feedback I got. The corners being out, blown away there and wide open, create almost more of a brighter atmosphere inside the stadium.
Okay.
And also like some airflow potential. I mean, just depends on if it's hot as hell, it's hot as hell. But
sure.
And then I think see down near the field and the where the seats are, it's like a higher wall now. So it kind of starts feeling like you're enclosed a little more on the field.
Okay.
Is what I've been told. We'll see.
All right. Time will tell.
Yeah. See if it gets louder. Like in the new stadium, will it be louder? Potentially because of some of the engineering construction, also because of the canopy.
Yeah. /
roof, however you want to call it. I wonder if it will feel louder inside the stadium on a big day, big crowd.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping for, right? Get a little home field advantage going on there, depending on who we play. Hopefully the away team doesn't travel too well, but you're playing Houston, Indianapolis, something like. Well, we're playing Houston in England. Never mind.
Yeah.
Indianapolis or Tennessee, though.
Yeah.
Little advantage.
Well, yeah, not even this year. I meant just even in the new stadium. How much louder will it be?
Gotcha. I thought you meant just
2028. But to your point,
intimate.
Yeah, I think the intimate setting of 42,000 will have a certain feel. I just can't imagine that 42,000's louder than 63,000 or 5,000.
I'm gonna call it the World Cup effect, right? Where I feel like if you spend a certain amount of money on tickets, you got to get your money's worth. So maybe the fan base is gonna be a little more energetic. I would assume it's going to be limited capacity, so tickets might be a little more pricey. So if you're going to spend an extra $75 to $100 on these tickets, go ahead and get your money's worth.
Yeah.
If I'm going to spend $300 on some tickets, you better believe I'm going to be shouting, calling out players, all that stuff.
Well, by the way, the beer is only $5 in some parts.
There you go.
So that would create some more loud
crazy
fans. Yep. Popcorn, hot dogs. Soda, nachos.
Yeah, everything, man.
$5.
Yep.
All I'm gonna have them all down there on the sideline tonight. I like eat everything.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man. Get a little smorgasbord going on there. Hey, so obviously parking lot's chaotic right now because of the Care-A-Thon and everything.
Yeah, we have Care-A-Thon today. We'll have some visitors stop by the show.
Shout out to Kim Possible for giving me her parking spot. It was a little rough in that parking lot, but don't want to say I almost had a heart attack, but almost. That fight or flight response that takes over sometimes when you feel like something's uneasy happening.
When you were getting in the parking lot?
Are you aware of the fight or flight response?
Yeah.
So pulling up and by the door, it's in the middle between the radio and the TV side.
Yeah.
There was a giant monkey mascot, which I assume is the WAPE thing.
WAPE. Yeah.
The mascot. But have you seen him before?
I have seen the costume, not
What's
actually
what I'm saying?
in person.
Okay, you haven't seen it in person.
I actually walked by the head the other day. That's why I'm notable. That's why it's notable in my mind.
Yeah.
The door was open of a closet, and I saw the head just sitting there.
So if you see the front of them, it's okay, you get what's going on. But if you see the back.
You're what is
this? I didn't know if this was the Hurt Locker or something where guys are rocking some camouflage hiding because we got gates now and everything. Security's at an all-time high. I didn't really know what was going on, but it was the Big 8 mascot. Scared me for a little bit, but it got me on a topic a little bit of, and I feel like we all go through this in our youth. My son went through this. I went through this. What was the first mascot that you came across where you were kind of scared of? And I'll give my son's example. Back in the day, this is when he was probably 5 years old, went to a shrimp game.
Yeah.
And with all due respect to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, great organization, great atmosphere and everything, the mascot was haunting.
Scampy?
Yeah. Because, he's a shrimp, but
big nose.
Big,
right.
just
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of a monstrosity, right? And my son loved mascots. So like, oh, Rose,
and he does love.
Oh, dude, he loved them up until that point.
Okay.
And then he saw Scampy, and Scampy saw him and was like, Scampy's going to give him a hug. And Ronan, like, froze.
Wow.
Like, petrified. Like, I kind of had to, like, escort. Hey, it's okay, dude. Like, you know, yeah. So he didn't like Scampy. I'm going to tell you the two that when I was growing up, I did not like. One, and these are like on television. I didn't see them in person, obviously, but I saw them on television. The Stanford tree. What is going on?
Are you all right in there?
I have no idea.
What was that?
No,
There was build up to
now
that.
I lost my mic.
Now we got it. You
Take
got
an
one?
inch back, Austin.
Wow, look at that. Can anybody else hear that?
I would assume so.
Well, sometimes they can't.
Because I'll tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like I have like cotton swabs in my ears and I'm trying to like get the wax out.
Absolutely. It
That's
sounds
what
like
it
you're.
sounds like.
You know, it sounds like you're under a waterfall.
Yeah. We're good?
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you hear that, Chandler?
But
going
yeah,
with the Stanford
so
tree.
it was the Stanford tree, and then it was the Boilermaker mascot.
Oh yeah.
'Cause he-
Boilermaker's a little goofy now.
The Stanford tree's not.
I mean, it's a tree, isn't it?
Have you seen the Stanford tree with its mouth
With
and its
its mouth?
eyes?
Yeah,
its
I have
googly
seen
eyes.
it. I have
Yeah,
seen
dude,
it.
don't
Yeah.
tell me that's normal.
Yeah, I feel like the Boilermakers are kind of weird.
Well, the Boilermaker, because like he's like a Crimson Chin type of dude,
Yeah.
and then he's got like giant eyes. He's kind of jacked up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
steroids. Yeah, but the Stanford mascot, and that was two things.
You're asking that, and now I'm trying to flood my mind of like I don't really have like I don't feel like I had that.
You didn't have the mascot that traumatized you.
I don't really think so. But I was stunned kind of like later on in life, meaning like maybe 20 years ago now, to learn that people really did have a fear of mascots. Like I did not know that.
Yeah.
And I just remember one of the folks we worked with, his girlfriend at the time, and I thought she was kidding. I really did. I thought she was kidding. But she had a phobia of those things. And I was just, wow, like, holy cow, man. I did not know that was a thing. But then I've now heard of more people having that and really like get freaked out by it. So I don't really understand it, but I don't really remember one. Like I remember the Providence Friars as a kid. They had kind of a goofy with a friar. It's a little bit like weird from a mascot standpoint too.
Yeah.
So you do run into some weird ones, but none that I was like had nightmares about.
Okay, gotcha.
Hamby, you afraid of mascots?
No, I never had any. I don't think.
All right.
You're okay with them. Do you have a favorite mascot?
I mean the dogs I love, but I think Duke's is interesting. The devil, the blue devil,
Yeah.
with that big nose.
Okay. I didn't know if we're getting into just what he looked like or if we're getting into the whole, other part
no.
of it.
Oh,
Well,
No.
well, be honest here.
That's fair enough. I didn't.
Why is it? Yeah, you didn't put that together right away? Oh. Because I'm not going to lie, he said Duke. I'm like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
All aboard on a Friday.
Not that, no.
Okay. So you just think his nose?
Yeah, it was just freaky looking.
Have you seen me every single day on the show? Are we good?
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, what are you talking about, dude?
Jeez.
What?
Yeah.
We good?
We're all good.
All right.
Um,
Hamby, get off the pot and get the chat rolling on screen.
Yeah, I'm having trouble shoot the chat today, so we're going. Twitter was showing up, but not YouTube, and I think we got a lot more chats in the YouTube, so I'm going with that.
all right. So throw it out there. We are scheduled to debut the new look on Monday, so let's get it all out right now. We pushed it off. Apparently, there were gremlins all around the building yesterday. I was talking to Cesnick. He was putting out fires left and right.
I can't believe you're even teasing the new look for Monday.
Yeah,
I would just let it pop up.
I
Man.
know, just let it go.
I wouldn't even talk
Yeah,
about that right now.
Did anybody even mention it? Were they looking forward to it yesterday? Nah.
Well, Chandler said
A couple
something.
people in the chat was like, "Oh, the old look, or the
Oh,
new
they
look."
didn't
just,
do that?
Yeah,
I was curious if they would, but I didn't.
Mr.
catch
Hugo
it.
ain't
Brent
gonna
got a
miss
haircut.
something like
He's
that.
not going to miss that. Okay.
Brent got a haircut. That's what the new look was or something.
That was the look.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
I'm a little more. I'm wearing a little more makeup today on the show. Yeah. I don't do that, but maybe we'll have a new look someday.
Yeah, it's whatever, man. Trying to make it right.
Are you
Brent,
going tonight?
Yeah, well, I'm doing the pregame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Probably. Yeah.
So are you going tonight?
Well, no, I think I'm going. Like, well, I have to go to the pregame show.
You don't get to
I'll
call
probably
in for that. Yeah.
No, I don't. I gotta be. Well, I can be like in the. if it's away game, I can be in the booth and do it.
Okay.
But
How many times do you hit in the pregame?
How many times do I hit?
Like, are you on constantly for an hour?
2 hours, man.
Or for 2 hours you're on constantly. It's not just a route. I know some will just
Oh,
jump
you mean
in.
like no? So I'm there in the studio for 2 hours, and then we're talking to Jeff and Bucky, and well, it's different for the preseason
for other That's what I thought maybe you were doing, just checking in like those.
Oh no, hey dude, I'm giving analysis, I'm giving breakdowns, I'm doing it all, Brent.
Wow.
I guess you're too solid to check in, huh? Literally checking with everybody in the organization except you. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's because it's on the other station.
Is that by design? Yeah, but okay.
I think you get a pass. I don't on that.
Oh, dude, I'm everywhere. Yeah.
Now they're
Check
not
me
afraid
out-
to run my
check me out the
commercial
game in
for
Orlando.
CGC water.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Are they still running it?
I don't listen to commercials,
Listen
man.
for it.
Okay.
I want
got
to
you.
know
I got you.
because we're not running it here, so I'm going back and getting some.
Are you getting royalties for this season?
I'm
for
getting.
the water?
I better be if
You
it's
better
on that
be,
one.
man. You better.
I'm getting royalties if it's on that one.
Yeah.
I'm sending an email. My lawyers are calling. I actually did think about that because it's been running on there forever.
Sure, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Which was all cool and stuff. But
Yeah, but it's
now
kind
I'm
of
like,
messed
well,
up.
you're
ain't
not,
it?
now you're not on here. Now if you're not on here because
Yeah.
they had some changes. And so and
But
they were
they still
great.
got to run it through though to get to pay the.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know if they're on the Jags
It's a bad
stuff
look.
anymore. I don't know what's happened. So.
Yeah, that's almost as bad as getting a Gracie Award for a morning show. They're not getting any credit for it and getting fired. I mean, I don't
There's
know.
no way that happened.
I don't know that. I mean, I heard that happened. I don't know to who.
I got to get the one that I'm going to forget about, but I'm not sure how this is going to go. I should have sent you this, Hamby. But you don't need to. What the hell happened to my bookmarks? I bookmark more stuff. I never used bookmark on Twitter.
Oh, I use it a good bit now.
No, but I never did, and now I use it all the time. But why on my? I'll have to go on my phone and check it out. But I saw a tweet yesterday and I almost replied to him. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save it for the show. And this one was like what you call your buddy. Well, buddy, that's not a good one. What you call your
Don't do that. Yeah, don't
your
call him
friend.
buddy.
Yeah, what you call a guy calls a friend or something
Yeah,
like that. All right.
like a homie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the homie's not on here though. So worst names to get called by a dude.
Oh, can I guess this quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you're saying worst names to call a friend.
Yeah. So this is best names and worst names to get called by a dude.
Oh, just
It's
a
the
random
way
dude.
it's
It's not your
described.
friend. So just if I sees.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's more
All right.
random. That
Okay.
makes it sound
So
random.
okay. Hey, what's up, guy? That's bad.
Guy is pretty bad, but not on this list. This is a
Okay.
top 3 list, best and
Oh,
worst.
only top 3.
Yeah, it's only top 3.
Chief.
Chiefs has to be on there.
What's up, Chief?
That's but on good or bad.
Oh, that's
bad,
bad. Come on, man. That's bad.
Just
Yeah,
check
yeah.
it, man.
No, I don't.
I'm
don't
not
even
into
question
the.
it.
I'm not on the cool kids list all the
Okay.
time on these topics. All
Okay.
right.
So we're going good and bad.
Good
Top
and
3.
bad. I'll give you where the list is at least, and then
Okay.
we can debate it.
Okay, so
because I
good-
honestly think they all are bad.
Good is homie's not on there.
Homie isn't on here.
Okay.
And I would have taken that. Like
Yeah.
that feels like that stood the test of
Oh,
time.
I know.
Right?
Brother. Hey,
Good or bad?
it's good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, what's
I
What
can
about
get away- I can get
Boss
away
or
with
Hoss?
Big Dog?
Big Dog's
Good or bad?
Good. Gotta be good. You're a Big Dog. Big Dog is good. Hamby, welcome to 2026. Big Dog is good.
I'm gonna-
Obviously. You think Big Dog is bad?
Number 1 on the list.
It's
Good.
Big Dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think. Big
Welcome to
Dog's kinda
society.
stupid.
You think it's kind of stupid? What's up, Big Dog? You don't.
No,
Okay.
listen. I get it.
Well,
You're
maybe
making me
because
mad.
I think Big Man would be bad.
Big man?
Yeah.
Or Big Guy.
Big man sounds a little bit like your uncle would say to you. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as a kid or a teenager or whatever.
Is
Okay.
Big Guy or Big Man on there, or is it
It's
just
not.
Big Dog?
Big Dog.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Big Dog's
Dog's-
number 1 on the list.
Okay. So Big Dog.
But I mean, seriously, have you said that to anybody?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You go.
What's up, Big Dog?
What's up, Big? Yeah, I guess that's a
What's
little.
up, Big Dog? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually say it all the time. You know who I say it to? People I don't know their names. Like if they see me in the gym, they're like,
That's
"Austin,
fair
what's
enough.
up, man?" I go, "What's up, Big Dog?"
And that's a
Like,
good
I
place
don't know.
for it. That's
Yeah.
a good place for it.
Yeah.
Do you use brother at all?
I use brother, but I use brother to
don't
like,
really
close
use-
friends.
Some people use it a lot. Like there are some people that use brother like it's like the word the.
Dude, it's wild. I feel like I only use brother when I would spar people in the gym, because for whatever reason, like when we trade like punishment to each other, and we beat each other up. Then it's like, okay, you're family now.
Yeah, I get that.
It's like the Olive
get
Garden. When you spar, you're family. All right, so we need 2 more bad ones. And we need 1 more good one.
We do.
Somebody calls me Chief. I'm upset if somebody Pal.
Pal's bad.
Pal's bad.
It's funny it wasn't on here, but it's not on there.
Guy's not on here.
No.
Come on, Guy.
No. We kind of already
Buddy.
said one.
Buddy's
number
bad.
one on the list.
Buddy's bad.
But,
Yeah.
which I've got to be guilty of because I feel like I might say Buddy. Not a lot, but I feel like I say that. And I don't even know. I'm trying to check myself. I know I don't say the other ones, like, at all.
Okay.
But I think I might say Buddy.
So we need
YB400 says Boss Man.
That is on the
that's kind of big
hit
dog.
list of bad.
Okay.
That's
It's
bad.
not Boss Man, though. It's Boss.
Okay.
Okay, so Boss
Which,
is
by
bad.
the way, might be number one on my list.
Boss?
If you say Boss to me, I'm kind of like, yeah, this ain't. No.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like Boss.
Even if it's in like even if it's like in a genuine kind of way, like, what's up, boss?
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I'm turned off by it.
Okay.
More than anything else, probably turned off by Boss.
Okay. Boss is bad. Okay.
But it is bad number two, along with Chief. So it's Buddy, Boss, and Chief.
And then we need one
But
more for the
again,
good
Chief
one.
is stupid. Like Chief, like
Chief, you can't.
Chief is kind of sick.
in a good way.
Hamby. Yeah, it's in a good way, right? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, I think it's kind of.
Hamby, I'm going to tell you right now.
Uh-huh.
If we're ever in a public setting, practice in the studio, and you like, and this is wholeheartedly, like, you're not joking around, you call me Chief, we're going to have issues.
You're going to be putting a Scottish twist on.
I'm just going to say, I hope the health insurance is great because you're going to get put in a Scottish twister. Yes, Brent. Last one for the good
By the
one.
way, I feel like he's excited to be put in the Scottish twist.
I'm excited to put him in
I
one.
keep using that as a negative connotation.
Yeah.
So maybe I should
Look at him
find
getting all
something
giddy
else.
about
All right,
it.
I got one. How about Fam?
Fam's good. I like Fam.
Okay, like a Fam's pretty neutral to
But
me.
no, Fam's not in the list, though, he said.
It's not on the list. No.
Okay.
Fam's okay by me. Pal wasn't in the list. Guy wasn't in the list.
Brother,
Fam's not in the list.
Big
We do
Dog.
have Buddy, Boss, Chief, Bad. We have Big Dog and Brother. You're missing one.
Is it obvious?
I don't think so because it's funny, especially in high school football, it's become a name that I see a lot of, which means people are naming their kids this or at least going by this quite a bit because I know of a few of them in high school football, but I think it's more of like an actual name or nickname that people go by. I don't feel like I hear this named in conversation very much. Like you wouldn't see a person in the gym or a restaurant or a bar or something like that, and they would say this. I don't think, but again, I've been married since I was like 14, so I don't get out much.
So this is actually a real name you could say, Brent? It's not like Unk or something.
No, it's not Unk.
It's a real name?
Yeah.
Like someone could be named this, is what you're saying.
Well, there's one very famous athlete that his nickname is this.
King.
Oh, King.
King.
That's a great dude. King's on another level now.
You
I don't like it.
I've been called King like 3 times by random, but it's like the younger generation. I was literally this is a couple months ago. I'm in the gym getting some water, and there was a kid like coming up. Like we were kind of like, who's gonna go first, right? It was kind of like, am I going or he's, because we went there same time. And I'm like, hey man, you got it. He's like, nah, King, you got it. You got the water bottle. Go get it. I'm like, thank you. Like I don't know what it did to me, but like I don't know what it did. But Brent,
It did.
I stood up a little higher, and I'm like, all right, you got it.
It did totally something different than the gorilla did.
No, absolutely. Like
The
it gave me a
mascot.
new sense of confidence. I'm like, huh, okay. I
I've
like that
never
kid.
been called that other than 2 weeks ago when J.P. Shadrick said it.
He called you King?
He said, well, he didn't call it in that in context, but I'll take it.
Hamby, ever been called King?
Yeah.
It feels pretty good, don't it?
So is this a young people thing, though?
I feel like it's
overall?
definitely a young person thing.
No doubt.
Because all the other ones are not necessarily young people thing, right? I mean, you could get away with this for the last couple of decades.
Big Dog is definitely, I think it's all generations.
Do you find that, by the way, in high school football, I feel like I'm saying King, like
There was
King
a King
Boylston might be
Boylston,
the
yeah.
best quarterback. There's another one, I'm missing his name. I think on the same team. Golly, I forget his. We had him in here.
Really?
On the
Ed
media
White?
day. Ed White. My bad. I'm missing his name right now. I'll have it by week 3 of the high school football season.
There we go, man.
And,
what a tease, man.
But they have 2 of them on the same team.
What a tease. We'll make
Kings,
sure you
it's
have
King
your
to King.
games. Yeah, it's crazy. That's not the real name. It's a nickname, right?
I would
Gotta
assume
be.
it's a nickname, and I know the Boylstons pretty well, so I haven't asked them that.
Yeah.
But as far as I can remember, I'm pretty sure it
I'm
was
looking up the
King
roster.
that I can know. But I don't believe that's his real
King
first
Mercer.
name. King Mercer.
That's his name?
That's what it has.
Yeah, that's it.
King Boylston.
I knew Chandler was going to jump in soon. King Mercer, yeah.
King Mercer. I like that.
So he's a receiver, right?
That's got NIL written all over him right there.
Yep.
That's got some NIL written all over him.
Yeah.
King
King's
Mercer.
the king.
I like that.
But that must be a popular thing for, like, if you're having a kid now.
Yeah.
Like, even you, like for Ronan at 11 years old.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Either nickname your kid King or
call
him King. Or
for sure. But, like, if you actually name your kid King.
Bravado, man. To say King.
If you name your kid King, you better set him up for success. Like, there can't be a guy at, like, Enterprise Rent-A-Car named King. Like, with all due respect to those jobs. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're King, you better be a CEO, professional athlete, something like that. Like a musician. You just can't be working a 9-to-5 job in an office in a cubicle. Hey, King.
With all due respect.
Hey, King, did you get those papers yet? Like, no. Come on.
There's something to live up to. So if that's the case, you don't turn out to be an NIL star or make it wherever
the name away.
You take it away.
Yeah.
You better have a backup.
I'm taking it away.
We have now transitioned into Edwin. With all due respect, Edwin. We have Edwin in the chat. Did I just kill some Edwins out there?
Nah, you're all good, Brent. They're kind of few and far between.
Or Brent. How about just say Brent?
Just say Brent.
I should
Now
have
we're
just
talking.
used that. That would have been a lot better.
Jags Japan says CVL comes back. Panic button gone. 20 minutes of nickname talk to start off the show. All is right in the world.
We're back, baby.
Friday, baby.
We're back,
Friday,
man. Welcome
on the show. Yes, will the starters play or will they not? And we will talk about that. Also, a battle that I think isn't talked about enough going on with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I believe it's important these next two games to find out what is that. Not talking about the linebacker, not talking about the offensive line, running back. Something a little bit different. Taking a live look upstairs, actually, in our building. Rich Jones and company putting on Care-A-Thon 2026 today and tomorrow. We have a couple of guests on the show. One will join us in just a couple of minutes when we come back. We'll tell you how you can participate and obviously donate some dollars in the next couple of days to a very good cause we told you about yesterday and Child Cancer Fund. We'll have the latest coming up next here on the Brent and Austen Show on a fun Friday. It's a game day all across the board. Jags play the Panthers tonight at Everbank. We've got our game of the week tonight. First one, it's Columbia and Bulls. What a way to start the season. And we'll have that one on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Kickoff at 7 o'clock in high school football.
Attention Jacksonville drivers, we heard you loud and clear. You told us oil changes were taking too long, and we listened. That's why we're proud to introduce our brand new Nimnik Express service. We've added additional staff so you can get your oil change without ever having to book an appointment. Just pull into our express lane and we'll take care of it. In the neighborhood, running errands, just realized you're overdue, just stop on in. No appointments, pull in, get out, get going. Nobody but Nimnik.
No one does it better, plays harder, or delivers more sports than CBS 47, Fox 30, and streaming on Action Sports Jax 24/7. The only local, multi-platform, round-the-clock streaming sports show in Jacksonville.
Yeah, thanks, Brent and Austen. I really appreciate you having me on.
From high school football, college game days, the AFC,
Wide open, caught for a touchdown.
the NFC,
He gets there, touchdown Seattle.
the PGA,
Unbelievable.
World Cup soccer, NASCAR,
Denny Hamlin, big time victory in Nashville.
baseball,
Fly ball deep center, up it's going back. The ball is going long.
local Jag shows,
You can feel the energy in here. There should be energy. Jags are in the middle of a playoff race.
and of course, your official stations of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lloyd, pick six. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown Jacksonville.
We have all the sports, the exclusive interviews,
We got the best fans in the NFL.
the biggest games, the live events to help make your business soar. So hold on and see why live sports is where you need to be on CBS 47, Fox 30, and streaming on Action Sports Jax 24/7. Get in the game.
Most of us know how to throw. but you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game. We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval! ETN is going to take it all the way.
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
It can be a silent killer, but awareness is getting louder. Blood clots take more lives each year than car crashes. And just like driving, you have to be defensive. A few easy ways to protect yourself or someone you love are to learn your Caprini risk score and ask your doctor about your blood clot prevention plan. Emily's Promise is a local nonprofit named for Emily Atkins, a young woman from Fernandina Beach who died after a preventable blood clot following a broken ankle. Her legacy is now driving change across Florida. The Emily Atkins Family Protection Act strengthens how hospitals screen for clot risks and train staff to recognize warning signs. Blood clots can affect anyone, including athletes, and the signs can be easy to miss. So be aware, be defensive, and help beat a silent killer with loud attention to risk factors and symptoms. Learn more at emilypromises.com. That's emilypromises.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Live look at Care-A-Thon 2026, and shout out to Rich Jones. He's a really good dude and humble guy. But maybe that picture right there says it all. He's done a lot for Child Cancer Fund, and somebody has to spearhead it. And there are so many people that help out with events like this. And the place looks really good upstairs in the performance studio, as you can see. It's a big day. A lot of work goes into this all year long to raise hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for families dealing with cancer, and the Child Cancer Fund obviously helps facilitate that to so many people in Jacksonville. And I thought it was cool yesterday when Rich was bringing up just the other entities like the J Fund and others, that you have so many folks that will use both, right? And so it's almost a coordination of sorts. Everybody's on the same team when it comes to trying to beat cancer. And right now, Riley joins us in the studio here on the Brent and Austen Show, and we're going to have a couple of guests. You're going to have to say your last name, though. So, okay. I mean, I'm going to try not to mess up some Jags names tonight, like Ro, right? Or Falele.
Yes.
But help us out with yours so we introduce you right.
Well, hello. My name's Riley Rupert Richendaler. I know it's a mouthful.
That's a good one, man. I like to say that on the Friday Night Blitz tonight. That'd
Triple
be a good
R.
one.
Yeah, triple R, exactly. That's the easiest way to, just keep it consolidated.
I like it. Well, welcome. You're 18 years old, just graduated high school. Yep. We're going to get into what you are doing now, which I think is pretty neat and has something to do with today's Jags game. But you're also obviously an ambassador for Care-A-Thon and Child Cancer Fund. Yeah, we'll get a shot of it.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right there in front of your
baby.
There we go. But there's special meaning behind you being an ambassador for the Child Cancer Fund and Care-A-Thon. And give us a little bit of your story. Back in 2014, life changed.
Yeah, absolutely. So my journey started back in 2014, November specifically. Just a normal kid living life, going to school, everything like that. And I started having these really bad migraines. They were repeated, basically I'd go, 4 or 5 days on end with a really, really bad migraine, and then maybe 2 days off and repeat that. So my parents being concerned, they take me into the doctor's office, Doctor, sends us to a specialist, which is, typically a sign that, hey, something's not right. Specialist sees me, they send me in for an MRI, and it was at that point that they found out that I had a brain tumor. So the medical terms with a lot of Latin and, like these big last names is an infiltrating astrocytoma in the hypothalamus of the brain. Basically what that means is the tumor's in the center of my head, so center of my brain. So with that, it is inoperable, meaning they cannot take it out. So if they take it out, the survival rate is like 0.2%, wow. So no chance of survival. So at that point, you get assigned a care team at Nemours Children's Health. So that's your oncologist, which is your main cancer doctor, your social worker, your psychologist. I mean, you're seen by basically, they roll out a spool of doctors and you just start checking them off and going to each one. So I was given a treatment plan of 52 weeks of chemotherapy. So I started on that. In my fourth treatment on the original medication I was on, I started developing an allergic reaction. So they actually had to switch my treatment plan to a different medication. So that was kind of a big scare. And then just continued with treatment and MRIs, which is similar to like an X-ray for those that are unfamiliar, just to monitor the condition of it, make sure there's no growth, make sure that the chemo is doing what it needs to do. And then just continued with that, wrapped up 52 weeks of chemotherapy. Wow. So a whole year of that going every Friday, plus additional doctor's office visits and everything like that. After that point, moved into monitoring, so they continued with MRIs. It started like every month, then it went to every 2 months and just kind of gradually weaned off. And now I'm at a point where they just monitor for symptoms, so it's no longer MRI scans, and I'm now 6 years in remission.
Good for you, man. Congrats. That's awesome. Yeah. I got two questions that are going to sound kind of silly, but probably. One is you look like, if you meet Riley like we did the first time, we'd never know that story.
Right.
Right? So, like, there's nothing, you look like an 18-year-old. Happy, healthy, all those things. Do you feel different than that, or do you now, in remission, after all this that you've gone through, feel like you look?
So, now that I'm in remission, I feel, normal. There are things, lasting side effects that will be with me. So the location of the tumor in my brain affects my appetite, so like hunger, and it affects, sounds really weird, but temperature. So like a room may feel really cold to me or may feel really hot. So that's kind of the location of the tumor. So those are some of the lasting side effects. But as of right now, I'm, fully able to do everything that I want to and everything like that. So I don't have any limitations there.
Awesome.
Yeah, Riley, when you talk about a full year of going through chemo and everything, I mean, obviously you had to have quite the support system to not only, provide, giving you rides and everything, but just being there for you in your time of need. And I can't imagine how painful that whole ordeal was. Can you talk about your support system a little bit, the people that were helping you out and just what it meant to you to go through that process with them?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of that support system. So as Rich has said, and, we kind of make reference, Child Cancer Fund is everything outside of the hospital and the, doctors, if you will. So Child Cancer Fund was a huge support system. And like how you had said, J Fund earlier, those are other organizations that all kind of work together to help the family. But the beauty of Child Cancer Fund is it's here in Jacksonville. It's in the 904. It's in the North Florida area. They help families that are treated here. So they're providing all sorts of assistance to those families, fuel cards, you know what I mean? Because there's a major expense in gas getting from, house to the doctor's offices and treatments and everything like that. Financial assistance for like house payments. That's, a big thing that as a kid you're not worried about. But when mom and dad have to take off work for, a week straight because you're in the hospital and somebody's got to be there, or, they're taking off every Friday. Jobs don't typically like that. So, there's times that parents have to leave their job to care for their children, and there's got to be that, financial aspect made up somewhere. A large service that I used, because, again, I was out of class so much and, kind of a very fundamental time in education. You're learning math and reading and writing and that sort of thing. So I was missing a lot of that. So I needed tutoring support. I was out of the classroom environment and missing these major kind of educational milestones. So I had to be tutored on those things that I was missing, and the Child Cancer Fund helped pay for that and paid for that. Trips to Boggy Creek, which Camp Boggy Creek, if y'all don't know, is a resort for kids with life-threatening illnesses. So the entire camp is tailored. It's like a traditional summer camp. You got the cabins and the pool and rock climbing and horseback riding and archery, and they got pontoon boats that you go out on and everything like that. But it's all adapted for kids with life-threatening illnesses. So like one of the big things that they have there is they have a whole hospital. Staff with volunteer nurses and doctors that are trained. So like some of the doctors from the Moors would go down to the camp and stay for the weekend. So if kids need to get treatment, like chemo treatment, while they're there at camp, they can. If they get sick, there's an on-staff hospital right there. They've got a pool that's wheelchair accessible. So the entrance of the pool is like a ramp. So it's not stairs. So kids can go in the pool. The paddle boats, they've got hand crank paddle boats. So that way, kids who may not be able to use their legs, they can still do paddle boating and that sort of thing. So it's adapted specifically for kids with life-threatening illnesses. They've got cooks there that are specific in, specialize in dietary restrictions and that sort of thing. And Child Cancer Fund pays for families to go to that.
Just a reminder, he's 18.
I know.
Sounds like he's 35.
I know, man.
So, and to that point, how much do you grow up faster because of what you go through? Or maybe a better way to put it could be, how much has the whole experience shaped a bit who you are? I mean, people have bad days. They complain about everything. Your bad day that people would complain about is a lot different. Right. And just does it put things in perspective as it shaped kind of who you are? Again, how fast you have to grow up, that whole experience, the good and the bad.
I think as a child, when you get the cancer diagnosis, you automatically lose kind of a sense of your childhood, if that makes sense, because now you have to, okay, well, hey, I can't go play sports. I can't go do football because I've got a port in my chest. And if that gets bumped, then I'm, it's some serious health complications. I've got to be careful because my immune system's weak. So I was on antibiotics the entire time I went through chemotherapy because my immune system was shot. So I had to be careful being around kids my age who, they got the sniffles or whatever, the first day of school sniffles and that sort of thing, or they got a cold. I had to be careful because that could hospitalize me. So there's, a very instantaneous almost switch as you go through that journey in maturity and that sort of thing. So, I found myself, like, one of the things in talking to people my age is like, they're like, oh, do you remember this Disney Channel show, such and such? And I'm like, no, I was watching, a more adult TV, like TV shows like Blue Bloods or, Hawaii Five-0 and things that, more shows more tailored for an adult audience. So that was one of the things. But as horrible as it sounds with Child Cancer Fund and all these organizations, it has really taught me a lot about advocacy and being able to give back. Rich talks about you got to have three things: time, talent, or treasure, right? So I like to give my time. That's a big thing, and volunteering and just helping out, because I know that the unfortunate reality is somebody today is going to be sitting in that doctor's office getting that diagnosis, and they're going to need the support that Child Cancer Fund provides day in and day out. And if I can be just a little bit of help, even if it's just $1 or $2, which you can donate at 855-916-9500, you can make that difference, but so can I by using my voice to help make people aware of what this great organization does right here in the North Florida community.
Absolutely. There is text CMG to 707070, and that will kind of take you where you need to go.
It literally can take 25 seconds.
Yeah. And by the way, again, we said this yesterday, it doesn't take thousands of dollars to donate. I mean, $5 goes a long way. $10 goes a long way. $20 goes a long way. And most every hour, I think, maybe every hour, for Care-A-Thon 2026 is being matched to some degree, and sometimes even at a higher level. So if you call today and tomorrow, this goes into tomorrow as well, make sure you make a donation so it can actually double and maybe even do more than that. What else you like to do? Sports fan, or do you like the Jags? Do you like
you don't have to say,
that's fine. What do you
they're the 904 team, so I got to support them.
There we go. It's a good time to support them.
Yeah. So in just like future plans, I'm going to Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida for live event production. So that's all like your concert lights and sounds and
You're
that
working
sort of
for
thing.
PRI right now.
I am,
Today,
yeah,
in fact,
I'm,
you're going to
wrestling too, right? They
Yeah.
have wrestling there at Full Sail every once in a while too. I
Yeah,
think.
WWE, I think they're partnered
Let's
up
go.
with right now.
Yeah.
So I'm working as a audiovisual contractor for PRI Productions, which works with the Jaguars. So yeah, I'll be heading there here shortly to go help with the Jags game this evening.
So what will you do today? Like, what are you guys setting up? Do you know?
So yeah, so if you're familiar with like where the players' locker room is,
Yeah.
and they go through the tunnel to get out on the field.
Yeah.
So
There's a whole setup there.
yeah, we worked on setting up those lights and everything like that.
Okay.
We work on the referees' mics.
Okay.
So just a lot of like internal fan experiences at the stadium and like for local coverage and that sort of thing, but all over the place.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a neat inside look.
Yeah, you went to Wolfson High School?
I did. I'm a alumni of Wolfson High School, so got to represent the pack.
All
Hopefully
right,
they'll
there you
win tonight's game.
Now I'm gonna stereotype you here. Now you got a pocket knife and you look like you're ready to go hunting. Do you like to hunt?
Yeah, I like
All right.
spending time outdoors.
Good deal, man. Hey, Riley, Triple R.
Yep.
Speaking of the wrestling world, he'd have a good name.
Yeah, he's got one, man, for
All right,
sure.
you're good. Okay, congrats on what you've overcome, but even more so, kind of the man you've become, and being able to give back to this organization as well, and in the area, and so many families. So keep up the good work.
Well, thank you.
Great to see you. And again, there's a number 855-916-9500, and you can text CMG to 707070. childcancerfund.org. A lot of different ways to get it. We'll continue to share the story here today with all of our Action News Jax properties too, and right there on 104.5 WOKV. So join the battle against childhood cancer with Care-A-Thon 2026. Let's take a time out. We'll come back, get a little more football in. We'll have another guest, by the way, these unbelievable stories of young people who have overcome cancer and now are really being good advocates and ambassadors to the Child Cancer Fund as well. Pretty inspiring stuff.
Attention Jacksonville drivers, we heard you loud and clear. You told us oil changes were taking too long, and we listened. That's why we're proud to introduce our brand new Nimnik Express service. We've added additional staff so you can get your oil change without ever having to book an appointment. Just pull into our express lane and we'll take care of it. In the neighborhood, running errands, just realized you're overdue? Just stop on in. No appointments, pull in, get out, get going. Nobody but Nimnik.
No one does it better, plays harder, or delivers more sports than CBS 47, Fox 30, and streaming on Action Sports Jax 24/7. The only local, multi-platform, round-the-clock streaming sports show in Jacksonville.
Yeah, thanks, Brent and Austen. I really appreciate you having me on.
From high school football, college game days, the AFC,
Wide open, caught for a touchdown.
the NFC,
He gets there, touchdown, Seattle.
the PGA,
Unbelievable.
World Cup soccer, NASCAR,
Denny Hamlin, big time victory in Nashville.
baseball,
Ball deep center, Edmonds going back. The ball is going long.
local Jag shows,
You can feel the energy in here. There should be energy. Jags are in the middle of a playoff race.
and of course, your official stations of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lloyd, pick six. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
We have all the sports, the exclusive interviews,
We got the best fans in the NFL.
the biggest games, the live events to help make your business soar. So hold on and see why live sports is where you need to be on CBS 47, Fox 30, and streaming on Action Sports Jax 24/7. Get in the game.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game. We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval!
ETN is going to take it all the way!
Right here on CBS 47.
CBS 47.
Right here. Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
It can be a silent killer, but awareness is getting louder. Blood clots take more lives each year than car crashes. And just like driving, you have to be defensive. A few easy ways to protect yourself or someone you love are to learn your Caprini risk score and ask your doctor about your blood clot prevention plan. Emily's Promise is a local nonprofit named for Emily Atkins, a young woman from Fernandina Beach who died after a preventable blood clot following a broken ankle. Her legacy is now driving change across Florida. The Emily Atkins Family Protection Act strengthens how hospitals screen for clot risks and train staff to recognize warning signs. Blood clots can affect anyone, including athletes, and the signs can be easy to miss. So be aware, be defensive, and help beat a silent killer with loud attention to risk factors and symptoms. Learn more at emilypromises.com. That's emilypromises.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Miller Electric Center. I'm kind of excited, Hamby. Like, I get, it's still the preseason and everything, but, like, first game at home, crowd's going to be there, hopefully, in a pretty good fashion. Still waiting to see, if the starters will be playing or not and everything, but yeah, man, I'm excited. It's something about, like, let me ask you this, because did you ever grow up playing football, Hamby, at all, or not? But
no, just flag.
Yeah, but you grew up you still play football, right? But, like, I always preferred the night games, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
well,
yeah.
I mean, I think to me, that's every outside sport.
Okay.
Like, when we got to, because when you are, when you're growing, like, for some reason, I always remember Thursday nights at Fort Caroline, right up the road at Austin Park, because we would have night games.
Yeah.
So obviously, when you play rec ball when you're 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, that's when I played.
Yeah.
You'd always have your Saturday morning game every single time, but then you'd either play Tuesday night or Thursday night.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, right now, it doesn't get dark till like 8 o'clock.
Talking 8:30.
So you would never play. But deep into the winter, like October, November, when the days get shorter, I remember, like, it was like October, late October, I would have to break out the long sleeves. We got to play at night at Fort Caroline. I was like, this is just different. It was like the first couple times I've ever been able to play under the lights. And obviously, when you get to high school, half your games are at night.
Most of them,
yeah. So I don't think it matters what sport it is. If you play at night, it feels different.
It does, man. And I don't know. Like, I mean, we talk about the NFL, and I get the games are on Sundays, right? But if you look at, like, the English Premier League, right? So here it's Sunday morning,
right? So afternoon for them.
But it's like, I think, evening. time
it's
for
all
them,
the way
right?
into the evening?
I think so.
Depends. Usually 5 or 6 hours in England.
So
if
so
it's
usually
a
like
10 a.m. game would be 3.
Okay, so maybe it's more
But
afternoon.
it does, especially as you get to the fall, it gets darker pretty early. So
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of times it will be under the.
Might
But
be
I don't
what
think
it
it's
is.
a true like prime timer.
Okay, got you.
On occasion.
Yeah. But I just feel like, man, that there's something about night games.
Oh, it's
you know,
absolutely
like
something about night
college, anything. And not to say like I hate on the day games, but like I don't know, man. There was something about being in high school and then playing like the high prime time games. Let's say high prime time games in college, the ones where schools would pay us to whoop our butts at Murray State. But that's what it was. But even like those games were. They just hit a little differently, man.
There's no doubt they hit different. Like, listen, the lore of playing high school football is a thing. But would it be a thing if it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon? No. I mean, Friday Night Lights are a thing because of that. Like, there's an
100%.
idea behind that, right? The build-up, the weight, all that. There's a thing about Monday Night Football. It's one thing you're all alone and you're in the spotlight. I get it. But I believe that is truly a thing. I'll tell you, I think I saw this with my own kid. And on a very lower level. Right. But just in our world, I saw this at one time. I remember thinking in Kaylee's high school. This was with Kaylee, with high school career. And I was just trying to think of like the summer and travel ball versus high school and just some of the different aspects of it. In some respects, it's not as important to win a travel ball game. Right. You're going to play again in 2 more hours because you play so many games. There's that. It's hot. It's all this stuff. But I genuinely thought like Kaylee's like 5'3". All right, she's not big. She's not like physically gifted. She's not going to beat you that way, but she will compete like a son of a gun.
Yeah.
And I think the juices that are flowing under the lights on your high school diamond at 7 o'clock compared to 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday and Sunday were totally different. Like I saw it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, that is a difference. Like I don't feel like it's more of a subconscious thing, but I just don't feel like she's as competitive at times in the travel ball space because of that. Now, you're also playing for your school. I think there's some importance there, but there's pride and all that.
Yeah.
But all those things bubble up. So, I genuinely believe the playing at night and
even
all
high
that
school when
matters.
you get to wear the high school football players wearing their jerseys to the game.
Oh,
and they have like the team. Yeah,
That's part of the thing.
They have the team
You got
meal.
the girls wearing your jersey too. The opposite. You know what I'm saying? Oh, do you want to?
That just adds to it.
Before, like there was like literal like civil wars within our school about girls like wearing certain jerseys and everything.
I would
Dude,
imagine.
Brent,
What was that like for the
Ruthless.
football guys?
oh man, I mean it's like throwing like a piece of like hamburger into a lion's den and just watch them go to like it was insane. And then when you had like the rival, like because we had one girl who she like the the other towns, so she would wear like the other like opponents' jerseys to our school.
No way.
I swear.
Shouldn't be allowed.
That's
Dude,
a problem.
one of our big we did the same thing though. I once had a girl wear my jersey from like the rival school in the playoffs. I mean, God bless her, but like
She went to another school.
so she went to another school and like
she wore your jersey.
And here's where like the psychological mind like warfare came in about. We had 3 of our guys who were like the captains on our team. We gave our jerseys to the girls from the school that we were playing.
Oh, wow.
In the playoffs. Hey,
That's something.
I mean,
That's when you walk down the hall and you're like, "Hey, Chief,
oh, it's
why is Jessica wearing my
yeah,
jersey?"
It's worse than that, man. It's territory. Real-
That's not.
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
And it's
All right,
not
hey,
king.
King.
Not king.
Yeah, let me ask you guys this real quick. Obviously, basketball doesn't matter because you're playing inside, but the sport of baseball, like Major League Baseball, going to a game, does the night really do it
That's
that much
funny.
more for you? Because here's what I think about the daytime. I think in the daytime, because to me, I associate baseball with a bunch of tailgating and stuff. Not to say football you can't either, but like I think of like Brewers games and the tailgating and everything, and like something about being in the daytime in the summer.
Yeah, that
Even
is
more than
pretty
nighttime.
wild that in your mind, that you equate baseball to tailgating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
well,
pretty surprising.
But that's a Brewers thing, though.
Yeah,
that's
more of a
Milwaukee
Brewers thing, but
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good point that you bring up because I almost feel like baseball during the day is fine.
Yeah,
Like to me,
100%.
there's no different. That's what you're saying. Like,
yeah.
To
Like,
me, there's
you
not,
need a night game for baseball.
I don't need it. I
Sure.
mean, but it doesn't feel vastly different to you. Whereas if the Jags are playing at night versus in the
Oh,
day, it feels different. There's a different kind of buzz to it. So, yeah, and I don't know the same would be said for even basketball or hockey because you're inside.
Inside, yeah.
But
I'll never forget the big.
that's a good call.
The game
Golf
6 of the NLCS. Braves Dodgers. That was the first Braves playoff game I'd been to the year that they won the World Series, and it was a night, and I'll never forget when I took a step into the stadium, and it was like one of those things where you felt like the air shift.
Yeah.
It took us 45 minutes to get to our seats just because it was so slammed, and it was the best 45 minutes of your life just because the atmosphere was just different. I don't think it would have been the same if it was a 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock game, because we know in the playoffs, when they're trying to spread out the games, they will have plenty of games.
Those do feel different.
Any playoff game, of course, does, but
I mean, at night versus
playoffs versus night. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I'll tell that story. The ALCS, I went to every one of them in 03, 04, and the Game 7 in Yankee Stadium. If that was played in the day, it would never have had the feel of the night. Never.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was I wouldn't say I was scared, but you could feel the tension. In that walking through the concourse. Like, I feel like there's a fight that's going to happen around me every step of the way.
Yeah. Speaking of atmosphere, real quick, Milwaukee Brewers will be hosting the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh, we
today,
got something.
I think around 4:30.
It's 4:10.
On a
4:10.
Friday.
I know, a little weird, right? It's gonna be a 4:10 first pitch.
4:10,
Check your
yes.
local listings. Chris Sale, Jacob Mizorowski.
Really?
The two aces going back. Hamby
And it's the 2 ERA leaders.
trying to lose some money today. How you feeling?
I will 100% bet with you.
Series, or are we going just a game?
I would prefer to do series, even though I do think that would benefit y'all. Y'all are at home. The Rays have not been playing great on the road, and we have TBD and TBD for tomorrow and Sunday. So I will still bet with you 100%.
Okay.
This was one of the weirdest weeks though for the Braves all season. Just to throw this out there.
Yeah, he had the makeup game last night.
They were
Hoping that was going extra innings.
They were in Minnesota. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I wanted 20. I was watching. I wanted 20 innings.
They were in Minnesota Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
They had to do a makeup game because normally, either you have Monday off or you have Thursday off every single week. Every team either has one of the two. You never play 7 games in a row. So the Braves were supposed to have Thursday off before going to Milwaukee. They had to do a makeup game with the White Sox yesterday. So they went from Minnesota, flew straight to the Chicago, one game, actually won it yesterday.
2-0 with one hit from the White Sox.
Thank you.
I'm like, can we use this bullpen up a little bit for Milwaukee?
90-minute game.
Bullpen's still been used a good bit just because of the days in a row. But now they're in. It was actually interesting because the broadcast was talking about all of the Mets gear was outside of the Braves away clubhouse yesterday in Chicago.
That's wild.
So yeah, they had already got there. So the Mets are probably in. The Mets are there in their hotels, have their day off, and all of their gear is already there. So yeah, it's kind of a weird situation. I would have thought that would have made today a night game, but
they don't really move it around for that stuff. That's just baseball. You got to figure it out, and you don't really know how it's going to impact the team either. Like, it's weird. There's no trend to say, now they'll lose because they had to make up that game. Like, it just doesn't work that way.
But it's uncharacteristic from the Brewers. I don't know why it's a 4 o'clock.
That's an odd one. Because
I don't think it's on national broadcast.
That's the only reason why I think it would be a 4 o'clock.
I don't see it that way.
In Milwaukee, 2 things. Are the Packers playing tonight?
Oh,
and
that's actually a good call.
And are the kids back in school in Milwaukee?
They're not back in school yet.
So maybe
hey,
more.
good call. So the Pack play tonight at 9 p.m. That's what it is.
Are the Packers home?
No, they're away.
I don't think that would be it then.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, they're in Denver.
But maybe it's like like the kids aren't back in school. This is like the last week or so.
Sure.
That maybe you get the kids out on a Friday night to be able to do that rather than the 7 or 8 o'clock game. I don't know if they care about that, but that's an odd one. So what's the bet?
Are we going 20?
This is for the series, you said?
We can go game or series, Hamby, whatever you're feeling.
You gotta go series. You
go
can't bet
series,
one game.
make it interesting.
Yeah.
Why don't we do 10 on the game, 10 on the series?
So
Okay.
10 on the
fair.
game tonight.
10 on tonight,
and then 10 on the
for the
series.
series.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you got a deal.
Yeah.
Hey, just a real quick one on the bet. We're going to go down a bunch of topics we're going to get to. We did spend 20 minutes on dude, brother, and chief. What's a bigger mistake the Red Sox made? Mookie Betts or Sale now? The whole Sale thing.
Oh, my word.
They got him. They signed him to $100 million. He doesn't do anything for them. They get rid of him. He's been unbelievable ever since he went to Atlanta. Now,
Yeah.
I think Mookie Betts is on on the maybe a notch below Babe Ruth in terms of the bad move. So I would still say Mookie Betts. But the Sale thing was also horrendous.
Yeah.
I give him a way more flack for the Mookie Betts because Mookie was healthy. At the end of the day, Sale was always hurt.
And he's young when he got rid of him.
He was in his prime, and he was healthy. He was one of the top 7 player in baseball.
Yeah.
Sale, there was so many question marks.
Yeah,
so
this was hard to predict on Sale.
It's hard to have any foresight on it. Well, is this guy ever going to be healthy again or not, or is he just holding us back on our payroll?
Well, keep in mind, though, the reason they got rid of Mookie in part was because they signed Sale to the $100 million deal at that time, I think it was. And so they were like, well, we can't do both. So that's part of the reason they couldn't do a $300 million deal, I guess, with Mookie Betts. So I digress on that front. But hey, the Red Sox are in the mix. Can't complain, I guess, about that. All right, some other top. Let's get back to football. I know you guys are believers. We'll find out tonight. They're not putting it out there, starters or no starters. So I won't ask you to guess the game. It's more of, are you guys still firmly in the camp, we don't have to belabor it, of they should play once in the preseason? You would like to see them play in the preseason?
Yeah.
Hamby, you too?
I at first wasn't. Like in the offseason, I was like, all right, I don't care that Liam says he's not going to play him. But watching and hearing the fact that they were not pleased, I think I would like to see them at least, again, 1 or 2 drives, go through the motions, have Trevor throw a couple passes and get out.
All right. So, I mean, if they play, it would be very short. The majority of the game is still about everybody else.
Sure.
I think the least talked about battle going on, and I know we're making Combs and the Ventrell Miller thing, and I've been a big part of that too, because it's really the one that's playing out in front of us, and we'll expect to see them tonight, whether starters play or not. But I think it's a third safety spot. As much as we talked about that safety, where's Caleb Ransaw? What about Husky? I mean, is a guy like Rayon Lane figuring in there? I mean, we know Antonio Johnson and Eric Murray, but who are the other guys?
Well, Brent, I mean, I've been campaigning this now for like the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think we're talking about it enough. Is my point.
Oh, it's
going to play out in these kind of games like that. Whether starters, no starters, all that thing, they're not holding guys like that out. I mean, Husky and Ransaw and Lane, like they're playing.
No, right? I mean, I'm under the once again. I said obviously Ventrell Miller and Branson Combs. We'll see with that, but I think that the second biggest battle is going to be who's that third safety spot in the dime package. And I was at practice. It would have been the full pads that would have been on Wednesday. And I went up to Chandler actually, and because we're like the safeties group, just kind of watching them do individuals. I'm like, man, you look at Husky, and like he just looks different, right, in terms of size and stature. Not to knock Rance or anything like that, but like Husky just looks kind of more of the part, right? And then when you combine that with his speed and aggressiveness, like the first opening play of the game was his fault, like where. He kind of got crashed down a little bit, made up for it with great speed and saved the touchdown. But it shows like what he's capable of in open space in terms of running a guy down, right? So he's got the speed and athleticism, and he's got the size to match. But no, I agree with you. Like, I mean, I think that backup safety spot is going to be everything in this defense because you're going to need the guy that can do a little bit of everything. And I think that's why Caleb Ransaw was drafted where he was, ahead of a guy like Xavier Watts when consensus board said – Xavier Watts was probably the more sure thing. And that's why, to me, Jalen Husky is so intriguing because they're going to have a guy that can get in the box, make the tackles when they have to, but also kind of play with center fielder and keep offenses guessing.
I think it's a fascinating one, guys, because I think everybody brings a different, at least, advantage. If you put the three of those guys on the board specifically, and I really do think Rayon Lane's kind of late and like kind of down the list a bit from a safety standpoint, but he's a core special teams guy. Like he's excellent on special teams.
No doubt.
They're not losing. They're not going to say goodbye to Abdullah and Lane and Rayon Lane. I mean, they make up an important part of that special teams. Now, one of them might, but I think Rayon Lane's in a really good spot. He's excellent. Ransaw, I think it was Heath Farwell said
yes.
Just last week, or maybe it's 2 weeks ago now, he's one of the best. Gunners. He thinks he's got one of the best gunners in the game.
Right.
In Ransaw. Well, what the hell? We don't notice that. Nobody notices that. We have not seen number 27 since Rasheed Mathis played. Like, I still haven't noticed number 27.
He made, and I only know this because I was trying to find any video of him during the preseason game yesterday. He made one tackle. in the first preseason game against the Saints, and that was it.
And meanwhile, you see Husky all over the place.
Yeah.
Now, again, some of it's making a tackle, and that's the nature of the position, right? The ball sometimes will find you and come your way. I don't want to overinflate the fact that he's playing lights out.
Yeah. How many actual plays did he make, though?
Yeah. Again,
true.
It's debatable.
It's comparable. Like I feel like you heard his name a little more, but not to say Ransaw. That was the first quarter. He did a great job. Like he stepped up, so he was playing more back, like the free safety spot. Comes up, makes a tackle for like a 1 yard gain. I think it was Estime. I don't know who the running back was, but like did what he had to do. Did his job.
That was
That's
Husky?
what you want to see.
No,
that was Ransaw. Ransaw in the first quarter.
But by the way, like even Husky in practice the other day pops whoever it was, and like you notice him.
Yeah,
like you notice. I'm just seeing 22. I don't see 27.
Right.
That doesn't mean I just don't know where it's at. And then the other side of it, as you said, so we've got Farwell saying, "Hey, Ransaw, great gunner," which means we really like him on special teams. That's an important part of this whole equation.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Husky, 88 out the gate because of a misplay on special teams. So my point is, I feel like I'm seeing Husky playing wise as safety. Okay, that catches attention. But on the special teams, way down here.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Ransaw, where are you? Oh, special teams, they say really good. And then over here, Rayon Lane, special teams, unbelievable. And probably going to have some deficiencies at the safety spot. It's fascinating to me who they're going to play.
Well, and here's the challenging thing, though, Brent, of really trying to evaluate these safety spots in the preseason games. Because what you're asking them to do in the preseason games isn't going to be what you're asking them to do in the regular
That's
season.
true, too.
Because we're talking about backup safeties in a dime package that are going to be kind of doing a bunch of different crazy blitzes and dropbacks. Like you're getting meat and potatoes in the preseason, right? So, like, yeah, see Caleb Ransaw come up and fill that hole in the first quarter. That was great, but like it wasn't out of a dime. I don't think it was even. It might have been base or might have been nickel, but it wasn't like the full arsenal
where he
will
likely fit in.
So maybe like you see that a little more in practice. Like we've seen dime in practice, and Trevor Lawrence and company are having a hard time stopping that. But it's hard to really gauge it in the preseason games when the lights are the brightest because I feel like they're just running more vanilla stuff.
Yeah, I think that might be the most intriguing thing going on because, again, you can mention Chris Rodriguez and Bashal Tootin. They're both going to play. We think Combs and Miller are both going to play. The offensive line will settle
Tootin,
itself.
You think?
What did I say? Tootin and Rodriguez. They're both not play tonight.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying in
Just
general, they're going to play in the season. Brenton Combs and Bentrell Miller, they're going to play.
Right.
This one, you're going to have a winner. Like, there's going to be a winner, and then if they don't do their job, they're going to go to the next guy, and then if they don't do their job, they're going to go to the next guy. I actually think it's a little bit less about what we know and even they know. I feel it comes down to a lot of trust on the field from the other players, like Foyer and your defensive front and the Murrays of the world and Antonio Johnson. He's a chess piece for you on defense. Who do they trust? And right now, I would say I can't imagine they trust anyone, completely. The way you want to. They're kind of in wait-and-see mode when they do roll out that dime. Of course, they'll say they trust everybody, but I'm talking about innate trust where everybody's in sync. And that's, I think, something to watch, especially if they do employ the dime as much as you think they're going to or we think they could. There could be some really critical downs for that. Just one thought, because, again, I don't claim to know this. Is the role that they will play on dime an easy role to fit in?
I mean, define easy, like in terms of like the ski, like how much they have to memorize.
Yeah,
I'm just
trying
what
to
you're
think.
asking them to
is
do
it
physically.
See ball, get ball? Is there a lot of
no.
complexity to what they have to know?
There's going to be
details.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of the complexity is going to come from in terms of timing and where you line up.
Okay.
Just kind of knowing where to go, right? Because you might be asked to blitz. You might be asked to run a blitzing game, like you have to set a pick for somebody. You might be asked to take a guy man coverage. You might be asked to play zone coverage and read off that. Yeah. So, and then keep in mind, if you're playing zone coverage, okay, well, you got to disguise everything. You disguise it. You play the zone. You pass it off. You have to communicate and passing it off. Guys coming. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it. Yeah. So, to me, the difficulty, it's not necessarily the physical point of it, because you got to believe who was ever going to be up there on dime as a safety is going to be physical enough. Where the issues could happen is if you have the IQ enough to know where to line up, know how to pass off zone coverage, and then know how to run the blitz game as well.
All right. Well, I'll ask you who to watch tonight for the most of the game, right? Like, I know where Hamby's going to say backup quarterback. So we'll get that in a moment. More on Cole Van Lanen. You asked me that you guys were talking a lot about Cole Van Lanen when I left yesterday.
Yeah.
So Cole Van Lanen, I think your question to me, Hamby, at least in our email, is left or right tackle. I just feel like now Anton Harris, I don't know, maybe I'm a sucker for this stuff. Like, he hasn't gone back to right tackle. He is your left tackle. Like, I think
your right.
More so,
right,
because we both answered this yesterday. What do you want? Not what do you think will happen?
I'm fine with that. I can't sit here and I have a
guys never played it down in the NFL there.
There's two things about this that I will.
Who, Anton Harrison hasn't played it down?
No, it's just
yeah. And I get that, and I think that's fair. I think it's fair to be curious, but I also think it's fair to say, well, yeah, but it's like he's played there all his life.
I know.
And so I think most of that is okay. And if he's a first-round pick and a very talented player, I feel like he can handle it. Mm-hmm. Cole Van Lanen's played all over the place, so I have no problem with him moving all over. Sure. I feel like he's going to be fine. I do think I do find it fascinating that, and I've said this since for 2 weeks, that on day 3 of camp, I think it was, he moved over to left tackle and never went back. Like, it was in the spring he wasn't there, and some of the
– and then we had Tony on and said, yeah, we shuffled back.
It was insane. Yeah, we just saw him there, and I was like, what the heck is that? It
wasn't a shuffle. It was, you're there. Yeah, and it's just like, that happened. Like, that happened overnight. Yeah. Now, they might have been thinking about it the whole way. I'm just telling you to the public that happened overnight and never changed. Mm-hmm. And the next one that just happened this week. Like, people don't balk at this. But Ezra Cleveland has now moved to right guard, at least in these practices. Mm-hmm. He's tried for right tackle for a couple of reps, it looked like, but moved to right guard at least for now. Will we see it again next week? What will we see against the Bucs? How will they roll out there? Will they roll out there with Pregnon again? Mm-hmm. And it's just like, wow. I mean, we would not have guessed Ezra Cleveland at right guard 2 weeks ago.
No.
That's my point. And I just think it's okay to be like, man, I didn't see that permanently happening like that.
Yeah.
You just don't usually see that. You have training, you have OTAs for a reason.
Correct.
You have all this stuff. And again, I'll go back to the Pregnon stuff where I feel like good on him because he's impressed to the point, and it was a necessity a little bit, but he's impressed to the point where he has earned some trust and opportunity. That's great on him. But go back to when they drafted him, and they didn't necessarily think they needed that. Then the McCary situation changes and everything else.
You go back to a couple of days ago, they asked him about Pregnon, and all of Cohen's answer was pretty much just like, he's ahead of schedule, but we're going to continue to take it slow with him. Like, as in, like, we don't need him. And we didn't draft him to be an immediate fit. We drafted him because of the value and for the future.
And I said this too, like, and listen, I'm a bigger Pregnon, advocate than a lot of people, right? But I still feel like you have to earn it. Like, I got into with Pete Prisco on Monday, where Pete's like, yeah, put him out starting left guard right now, ready to go. I'm like, can we see the guy a little bit in the preseason a little more? Like, yeah, he had a pretty good showing against New Orleans and everything. Had some great pancake blocks, but like, to me, that showing against, and I said this, that showing against New Orleans, it gets you more reps. It gets you more opportunities, right? It gets you more against the ones against Carolina. It gets you more reps in the preseason games and everything. Like, that gives you the opportunity. Yeah. But I'm not ready to slate him and say, okay, well, he had a good preseason game against 2s and 3s against the Saints. That's your starting left guard. I've seen enough. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I have a problem with that too.
Yeah.
I think in my mind I have a problem with that. Here's where the fans, I don't think, and again, I'm not polling everybody. I'm just coming across. I don't see people complaining about this or wondering about this. And I just feel like when you get the pulse of the fan on this topic, they were really excited that the Jags got him in the 3rd round. So when you're really excited about a guy and you think you got great value on a guy, well, you see it one time and you're like, I told you. Like, that's their guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Like, he was playing 2s and 3s. Like, we don't even know if he can block Devon Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like, we just don't. Mm-hmm. You have to block the Chris Joneses of the world, the Derek Browns of the world, right? Like, and I guess he probably did an okay job of that the other day, right? Against Derek Brown. Yeah. And I do think that here's one thing they don't know about him yet, Austin. Mm-hmm. This was a pretty vanilla practice in the joint session.
Yeah.
I think they're really looking forward to seeing what Tampa throws at him because that is going to be more complexity
Well,
to the
also,
offensive front.
Vita Vea.
Also,
And Vita Vea.
you just got a brand new, freshly paid Vita Vea.
Yeah. But I think they feel like there weren't games and all that stuff thrown at him the other day.
Yeah.
And again, preseason is pretty vanilla. So there are, to Austin's point, to I guess maybe all our points, like there's question marks still. Like I think this is gradual. It's a great sign because the Jags have needed some of this. But I just don't fully know if I'm convinced that he's rolling out there week 1 against Cleveland at left guard. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Even though it could be trending. But so was a lot of things earlier this week.
Well, it'd be ironic too. Like, dude, if he rolls out week 1, I mean, do we all agree that he was like the most consensus board pick of this draft class?
He really was.
No doubt. Yeah,
Like,
there's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's not close.
And I saw somebody say this recently. And it's like kind of interesting because like they picked Borkacher in the second round, who wasn't consensus at all, and you're kind of like, what's that?
And neither was Regis.
And then Regis, and then they go get Pregnon, and you're like, Gladstone's a genius.
Welcome back.
Like,
Welcome back. Yeah.
But it is a little bit interesting to grade some of it. At least, again, it's all feel right now, which I find interesting because right now it feels way better in Jacksonville than it did last week, even though I was in New Orleans. Like it just felt. Last week did not feel good coming off that preseason game. The first half was terrible.
Yeah.
The Thursday practice, they did not do well. And, man, you just flip it on your head. But that's the ebbs and flows of camp, and that's the way we feel. And, quite frankly, none of it probably even matters until September 13th.
You're not wrong. I think it's in because, like, once again, I don't want to speak for the entire fan base here, but, like, am I crazy to think that people are more excited over a third-round pick in Emmanuel Pregnon and the Jalen Husky pick than they are, like with more intrigue than Nate Borkacher or Regis?
No doubt. I think Pregnon leads the way, but here's the good sign. I thought Borkacher in those tight ends really showed up the other day. So if you can start getting a couple of ticks on that, I think people will get excited. And by the one thing that's caught my attention a little bit with Borkacher, I don't want to go over dramatic. I thought the Bashal Tootin stuff this week was a little over dramatic. Like, oh my gosh, he was crazy. It's unbelievable what Bashal Tootin did. It's like, yeah.
I didn't see that.
A little. Oh yeah, I saw that a little bit. I was like, okay. I mean, I
didn't really get
it was
that.
fine, but I just think sometimes we go a little over dramatic in camp. I really do. I've learned that a little bit over the years, and so I don't want to do that here. But I'll tell you this: I think Borkacher in the receiving game has been very good, and that's what everybody was curious about. I think he's showed really good hands, and at these practices and stuff,
Great end zone celebration.
good end zone celebration.
Shotgunning it and the Gronk spike.
But I think, I actually think he is trending to even for the fans.
Okay.
And then Koziel runs over a guy, right? Like those are good moments for that group that make you feel strongly about the group. And I'll give you another guy who's played pretty well and flashed for them, and nobody talks about because I forgot he's even on the roster. Is Hunter Long? Like he's done some nice things for them.
How is he? Yeah, he ain't.
I'm with Hamby on this though.
What?
I mean, like,
Where's the spot on the
I'm
team?
I'm not trying to tell you. I'm just telling you that for a spot that for years has never had a second player that's impactful. Right now, I think they've got 4 guys playing pretty well at that position. Yeah, I know they're committed to the top 3. I get that. I'm not trying to make a case for Hunter Long. I'm just telling you, even he's played pretty well in camp. And I didn't know he was on the roster.
04 personnel, is that even possible?
That might not be possible.
Why is Hunter and why they moved on from
Morris?
Nope.
No, by the way, they like Morris.
They like Morris.
Yeah.
No, they
I
moved
forget about
on
Morris.
from. Oh my gosh, what was his name?
Herbert?
Oh, the other one, not Long. The other one,
They signed him at the exact same time, same
Yeah,
kind of deal.
golly.
Munt, Johnny Munt.
Munt, thank you.
They moved on from him. Why did they not move on from Hunter Long at the same time?
Well, I think you move on from Munt because you got a guy like Borkacher, right? I mean, I know it didn't happen at the same time.
Right,
I'm just saying,
I
because you were
understand
going to
that,
get that.
but-
I think the Koziel one's definitely a little bit more like, okay, let's see how this rolls out. Hunter Long is experienced. Let's just say this, and now let's not speak this into existence, but let's just say Koziel gets banged up. Well, Hunter Long is a nice option there as a third guy to fill maybe some of the stuff that he does. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's different than
You're not
Morris. in
keeping
that.
5 tight ends though.
No, I'm not trying to tell you that. I mean, listen, if things go swimmingly for the Jags, Hunter Long is on another team in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. But also, it's not a bad thing to have some depth.
Right.
right? And I think he was when he signed the deal, it was probably a 2-year deal.
It was
probably very reasonable.
Yes,
and so yeah, I can see that. I just don't know if you know what. I still don't know what they have in Koziel. They've thrown a couple of jump balls to him that weren't really jump balls, and we haven't really seen the wingspan show itself yet.
Sure.
I think they think they're going to see that, though.
I mean, he's not Megatron.
Yeah. I mean, I apologize to Hamby for making fun of the backup quarterback conversation because we're on tight end number 4 right now talking about it.
All right, let me ask you this question.
What did we know?
Third
Sorry,
safety.
Hamby.
Hey, at least you're.
I don't know, Quentin Morris.
We're on
Hunter
safety,
Long.
third safeties and 4th tight ends.
Man.
And backup quarterbacks. Welcome
Man.
to preseason, folks.
I guess so.
All right, let me. When y'all were
Starters
talking
are playing
about
tonight, hopefully, so that's something to talk about Monday.
Yeah, we'll see. When we were talking about Pregnon, and we're talking about, they're not opposing defenses aren't showing a ton in joint practices. My question then is, does that make if your offensive line is giving up sacks in joint practices, how bad is that? Or vice versa, how good is it if your defense is getting, because it's all one-on-ones, is it not?
It's mostly all one-on-ones.
You know what I
mostly
mean?
Vanilla stuff,
so
right?
wouldn't you put a lot more emphasis on
fronts.
right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that lead you to put on, dude? If we're still getting stacked here, and we're getting 4 one-on-one rushes against 5, and we're not getting a bunch of any manipulations and any disguises or anything like that, like we're in big trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, Hamby, and like as cliche as it sounds, but like there's going to be good days and bad days of training camp, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, sometimes a false step here, a false step there, a hand placement here, and it changes the whole dynamic, right? And you get burnt bad, and it happens even in games to some of the best pros. So I understand what you're saying where, okay, well, take like the cerebral part out of it because you don't got to know, okay, this guy's going to be blitzing. It's just one-on-one, and you're still getting beat. Like, yeah, you can put some stake into that, Hamby, but at the same time, it's like, well, these guys are making a lot of money too on the other side of the ball, and sometimes you just get beat.
I think sometimes too, man. It just comes that. Listen, it's real life. It's human nature. It's practice. Mm-hmm. You don't want to, because we've asked every guy, and they're all like, well, you don't want to put bad tape out there. You don't want to get embarrassed. You're going against another guy, and you don't want that all over social media or wherever else. Even so, there's pride involved. I get it, but it's different when you're playing in a game, no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think it's like
I think I told the story already.
Everything in joint practices is you take a grain of salt. Everything that we say, we always wrap with you take a grain of salt because the running game, they're not going 100%. It's in thud, and they're not practicing, or they're not tackling to the ground. If I'm looking for one thing to not have the label of got to take it with a grain of salt, I don't have to minimize it. It would be edge pressure and blocking, because those guys are going 100%. It's one-on-one, and that's one thing I can maximize. So if I get in joint practice, the one thing I can maximize, and rightfully so, is the pressure rates and sacks and all that stuff. I think that's something that will change how I look at joint practices going forward.
But keep in mind too, usually, I mean, it's not always the same, but usually if you're talking about joint practices, you're going like it's the one offense versus the 2 defense, or the 2 the 2 offense versus the 1 defense. So like, if you're watching the backup guy go against like the starting Carolina Panthers defensive line, Panthers are pretty good at defense now.
They are.
They have some good players.
Actually,
so like
the trenches on both sides are supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah. So like, take that with a grain of salt as well, where, okay, you got your backups maybe getting beat by the starters. Like, that sounds about right. Did I ever tell you the story about my agent called me after the joint practice against the Falcons because of how I was treating the tight end? So
I don't think so.
This was 2000. This would have been Malarkey's year, I believe. 2012, my last year here. And we do joint practice as we do with the Atlanta Falcons. And I was competing for a starting spot because I think Matt Roth didn't get there quite yet.
Okay.
So I'm competing for a starting.
That's a name for the best.
Oh man, who you telling?
Holy
Man?
God.
That was a character. So like this is my audition, right? And I didn't know this at the time, but it was 2s versus 1s, right? So I'm with the 1s, and we're going against the 2 offense of the Atlanta Falcons. Well, the Atlanta Falcons, I think they had some injuries at tight end, so it just so happened to be like this undrafted rookie, I believe out of Boise State, if I'm not mistaken, was in front of me. Well, it's either you or me, dude.
Game on.
We'll see what happens, right? So I'm in like a 6-eye, like I'm head up on the guy basically, and Brent
ran through his face.
Well, dude, I ran through his face. Whistle blows. I'm like, nah, we're still going. and like I ran him. So like
a sled push.
So Hamby, you've been at practices, but you know what it is. So, like, I ran him behind the coach where the coaches stand.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
I ran him behind where the
15,
coaches
20
stand,
yards.
and finally, like, he slipped, like, on one of his teammates that was, like, the second string guy,
And you
and
went
he
to the
fell
ground.
and then went to the ground, and I'm like this over him. So I run back, Joe Cullen.
No fight?
No fight.
scuffle?
No,
Wow.
well, it's bad when the team's like, ooh, that was so bad, I'm not even going to, like, help him out. 'Cause that's how it was. When your butt kind of kicks in, it's just like,
We acknowledge it.
yeah, that's what it is.
Hat tip.
And Joe Collins having an aneurysm. That's what we do. so then, get back to the hotel and everything, and I get a call from my agent, which is a little peculiar during training camp because it's like, okay, did something happen? Am I getting traded or whatever? And I talk to my agent. He goes, and I forgot the guy's name. He's like, do you have to do Brian like that? I'm like, what? And he goes, the tight end that you whooped his ass
Oh,
today.
I have heard this story.
Yeah, did you really have to do him like that? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, that's one of our guys, Austin. I go, oh, it's my bad.
Yeah. He repped him too.
Yeah, because
awesome.
it's like a really small agency.
Yeah,
we
I
kinda
get
look at that. Yeah, and
That's actually an interesting thought. I've never looked. I don't feel like I've heard that. You've heard that story? I don't feel like I've heard the story. But
Yeah.
I could have sworn
It's almost like NASCAR in that sense, where
Yeah.
you wonder if you would get a call from your agent. Hey,
Yeah.
we got this guy too now.
yeah.
Both win some reps.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to go run off a guy at the finish
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
team in NASCAR.
Yeah, just take him
right?
out.
And you did. You
Oh,
took him out.
Brett, I took him out and then fought him in the pits after I took him out.
You end his career.
Yeah, it was.
That's wild. Was that like your best practice rep that you remember?
Oh no, dude! We're talking about Oklahoma drills, man.
Oh, yeah, well, it's true.
Talk
I
about
forgot
the
they
reigning
did it
king.
back then.
To talk about the reigning
Reigning
king of Oklahoma,
king.
Brett. I
Sorry.
wasn't.
King.
I was. Yeah, there we
King
go.
Austin.
There we go. Yeah, man.
King Lane.
Yeah.
King Lane actually sounds pretty good.
King Lane's not bad.
That's pretty good.
I have to do a little name switch with Ronan, depending on
Like
the NIL.
Austin the King.
Yeah, I'm not King Lane. I like that for
King
Ronan.
Lane is good. Yes, let's
Yeah.
change it. now.
Hey, Ronan, guess
Hey.
what? Nah. King.
King.
Yeah. Yeah.
If things don't go well, back to Ronan.
Back to Ronan. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I play golf the rest of your life? Okay, what's up, Ronan?
Hey, speaking of a grain of salt, I feel like I could see a grain of salt better than the chat today.
I can see it.
But we do appreciate you
It's
chatting.
a struggle.
The struggle is real, but we want you up there. Getting noticed. Thanks for the chat. And also, want to throw that number back out at you for Care-A-Thon. Love for you to contribute if you can on our show and help out Child Cancer Fund and the efforts being put out there today and tomorrow. We'll have more on that coming up and how you can help. But there you can see it. Text CMG to 707070. Probably the easiest way, and it will navigate you to a place. Hey, $5. $5 goes a long way. Do it for the Brent and Austen show if you can. Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Local sports content anytime and anywhere. That's been the vision of the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network as we bring you live events and exclusive interviews just like this.
I'd be lying if I'd have said it in 1995 when they picked me that 30 years later I'd be sitting here.
Let's see this weigh in right now. What do we got? Oh, we got a big hole. 44.48. There's the moment here.
The lead is 14, matching the largest of the game. Crawford,
Oh
he did it again!
Nimnicht is synonymous with Jacksonville, and now in 2026, Nimnicht is celebrating 85 years of partnerships with you. Longevity equals trust, and you want a car dealership you can trust. Thousands of vehicles sold, generations of families, all part of the Nimnicht family of dealerships. It's nobody but Nimnicht, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnicht Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road.
Congratulations to Jordan Matthews, our committed to the uncommitted player of the year.
Nobody but Nimnick. They are there for you and your causes, your car buying experience, and they are there for you 24 hours a day at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Experience professional grade with big inventory and even bigger savings. And Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealership. Nobody but Nimnick for 85 years. This milestone belongs to you, Jacksonville. It can be a silent killer, but awareness is getting louder. Blood clots take more lives each year than car crashes. And just like driving, you have to be defensive. A few easy ways to protect yourself or someone you love are to learn your Caprini risk score and ask your doctor about your blood clot prevention plan. Emily's Promise is a local nonprofit named for Emily Atkins, a young woman from Fernandina Beach who died after a preventable blood clot following a broken ankle. Her legacy is now driving change across Florida. The Emily Atkins Family Protection Act strengthens how hospitals screen for clot risks and train staff to recognize warning signs. Blood clots can affect anyone, including athletes, and the signs can be easy to miss. So be aware, be defensive, and help beat a silent killer with loud attention to risk factors and symptoms. Learn more at emilypromises.com. That's emilypromises.com. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Hey, it's a Friday. We've been all over the place. We usually are on Fridays, but the most important thing we do today is share that message with Care-A-Thon 2026. Care-A-Thon presented by Duval Asphalt, and the number 855-916-9500. You'll see other options as well, how to help donate and contribute. We're going to make a donation on behalf of our show, the Brent and Austen Show as well. Hopefully you can follow suit. Ours will be for... Well, we'll decide. Should we do it for like $100, $200? Let's let Kathleen decide.
Let's let Kathleen decide. I like it.
5,000 is a really great round number, but
she saw a Pac-Man machine in here.
She did.
Yeah.
Kathleen with us now from the Child Cancer Fund, and has benefited from the Child Cancer Fund, and now helping the Child Cancer Fund and being an advocate as well for what's going on today with Care-A-Thon. You've been here since like 5 o'clock this morning. You've been hanging around the last couple of days with Rich Jones in here, and you're fun. You've got a great personality and fun. She's witty.
Oh yeah, I can watch the sport.
With FSU, she can do that.
I really enjoy watching the Jaguars get a touchdown more than the other team.
Oh, Brent, she knows her stuff, man. Let's sign her up.
The refs are wrong.
Get her on the depth chart. Let's go, Brent.
Jax wasn't down.
Oh, yeah. That's all you need.
Checking all the boxes.
There we go.
Checking all the boxes.
By the way, she told us that if we don't donate enough, she'll call us boss.
Yeah.
And chief.
Exactly.
So, like, that's what I'm
Boss,
telling you.
man,
She's witty.
chief, you know.
She was in for that segment
Lame. Yeah.
earlier in the show. Well, we got to get your background and your story. And are you a 2-time cancer survivor? Wow.
Unfortunately, sometimes with cancer, it's like a BOGO deal at Publix, you know. But no, I was.
Are we allowed to laugh at that?
You are allowed to laugh. No, I you gotta laugh at some of the stuff because it's hard. If you don't laugh, you cry, you know. And I think I've handled a lot of my cancer treatment like that. Is I try to find the humor in it where I can. But I was diagnosed when I was about 6 or 7. My parents found a bump on my back, and I had rhabdomyosarcoma, which I couldn't spell couch, but I could spell rhabdomyosarcoma really, really good at 7 years old.
Wow.
So, I went through like chemo, radiation. I did some pretty big surgeries, and I was really lucky because Jacksonville had Nemours Children's Clinic right here, Wilson's Children's Hospital, and Mayo Clinic had just popped up, and their surgeons were all over my back looking around at it. So I had a really successful treatment, and I was in remission for like 5 years, and things were pretty good until I found another bump on my back.
Wow.
So unfortunately, the radiation from beforehand probably caused a much bigger tumor. So it actually wrapped around my spine, pushed up against my kidney, and was just kind of like hanging out back there. So I had to do, the treatment was a lot different. When I was young, I just thought everyone got cancer. I didn't think that I was any different.
Didn't know how to really process it.
Yeah. And well, I mean, I just, I liked being bald. I thought it was fun. I didn't have to wash my hair. Like, that was great. But then, like, when I got older, I started realizing, oh no, cancer is actually super serious. This is super dangerous. So when I was a teenager going through cancer treatment, it was a much, much harder, darker time. And I did 4 major back surgeries. My whole back is made out of metal. So I'm pretty metal like that, but I did chemo, proton beam, and then some pretty big surgeries. And I'm here today because of the care teams that were available here in Jacksonville and in Rochester, Minnesota. And I was kind of like going through this angry phase when I was like, in my teenage years. And then one day I met Miss Carla from the Child Cancer Fund, and she's like, you should like tell your story. We want you to speak up about it. So Miss Carla from the Child Cancer Fund was the first real group that told me my story mattered. It was important to talk about it. It was important to advocate for other people. And it was important to meet other kids with cancer and teens with cancer. So ever since then, I was, volunteering with the Child Cancer Fund and other cancer charities here in Jacksonville too. But then I went to college, had a lot of fun, had a great time. And, but then came back to, Jacksonville, and Miss Carla was the first one to offer me a job outside when I got my degree. So I'm back here now at the Child Cancer Fund, and it's been just like such a fun experience.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm good,
Like health-wise. I mean, you
Yeah.
had 2 bouts. Is that scary that it can come back at any other time? Is that always a...
It's always in the back of your head,
Okay.
unfortunately. I think, I wish that wasn't there, but it is. But I will say, the farther and farther you get out, the more and more you feel never normal, but you feel a little bit more relaxed, at ease.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting. Every 2 years I got to get scanned. So I have something called scanxiety. That's what we call it. It's when you feel a little anxiousness before the scans.
Yeah.
And then, you get them and you do them, and then you're back at it.
Is that like a fist pump when it's good?
Oh, it's more than a fist pump.
It's a hip thrust, a fist pump. I'm sure it's everything.
It's a bottle of champagne
There
if
you
you're
go.
over 21 years old.
Yeah.
Younger listeners. Yeah.
It's a celebration.
It is a celebration.
Well, it should be.
It should be. Yeah, absolutely.
Kathleen, your attitude, it's definitely contagious,
thank you.
and I'm truly believe life is 10% what happens and 90% how you respond to it. And it sounds like you've responded super positively with it. But you said you meet a lot of kids and you talk to a lot of kids. What's the biggest piece of advice that you would give, whether it's a young child or a teenager going through what you went through, of how to stay positive and everything?
Actually, my answer to that is you don't have to be positive about it. You just have to be how you are, you know, but make sure that the people that are around trying to help you, be kind to them. I think one of the beauties about cancer treatment is that you really get to see the generosity of others, the kindness of others. There is a lot of overwhelming help, especially from listeners that are like you guys listening to the sportscast, which you guys should totally text 707070 right now.
CMV, text 70.
I know we had Delphonic donated $100 earlier today, so wanted to mention that. Thank you, Delphonic, for your donation.
We appreciate that. Hopefully everybody else can jump in. Hey, again, $5 makes a big difference.
$5, $10, but it's times are hard and everything, but I do want to say for the kids that are going through treatment and everything, and I see them and everything, I just want to say, when you're anyone going through an illness, it is your journey. It is your experience. It is your outlook on how you want to look at life after that. But it's okay to feel however you're feeling. But it's really important to talk to people when you need to talk. Journal when you need to journal. And if you need to, go play some sports. Go out there. Work off what you got to work off. If I think that when I was younger, I definitely tried to hold it in for like a long time. And I dealt with a lot of that anger later on. And then in a way, coming back to the Child Cancer Fund now, it's like I feel this very healing experience because I get to see kids at my age, that were my age, going through
kind
it.
of see your
and
self a little bit, right?
A
Like
little
you see yourself
bit,
in them.
a little bit, but also like I don't know. They see a little bit of hope in me too,
absolutely.
which is not
a lot of it, I hope.
Well, and I don't need any more ego boosters in my life, but
Probably not, but that's real.
But it is.
Some are
something
ego
really-
boosters and some are real.
But some are. But no, it's been really wonderful for me to be able to give back in that way.
I'm fascinated the fact that it makes sense to me that you're part-time at Child Cancer Fund, but also part-time at Mayo.
Yeah.
So, and you did education at FSU and then got your master's at UNF in public health.
Yeah.
So as much as your sense of humor has now been shaped by your experiences and how you deal with things and look at the positive side of things and everything you mentioned, how much is kind of your career shaped by what you went through, or is that just kind of coincidence?
Honestly, I really think I think the Child Cancer Fund was the first group that really said you had a voice and you should go into public speaking. I just kind of, when I got to college, I was never in a sports team because I am not athletic, but I did do competitive public speaking in college, which happened because I started a communications degree, and then I went into public health because I realized there's so many different kinds of communication breakdowns that are happening within our community, and we could be solving real big health problems within our community and population, so we can actually stop the influx of patients coming into the hospital, like just with public health programs and things like that, and bringing awareness. And there's a lot to happen with like public health promotion, how we talk about our health. Child Cancer Fund's a big deal because we can talk about that there are local kids here in our community that actually are going through cancer treatment. And when they go through cancer treatment, their families are also going through cancer treatment with them. And that's a big financial cost. There's a lot of different barriers to our health. So it's, in a way, cancer kind of shaped a lot of me and who I am, but it also helped me kind of learn who I wanted to be for others in the community too. Yeah.
I think competitive public speaking, that sounds like a fun thing. Could come in and help judge a segment or something.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
JP Shadrick
it was
do
called,
play-by-play.
Forensics, and you should totally, you should totally look it up. It's like, it's super intense.
Is it really?
Oh my God.
So give us, I want a little more on this now, because I have no idea. I mean, is it like you would have debate? Or is it different?
Debate is different.
Okay.
So there is too, but there's different segments. You can do like poetry. I did after dinner speaking, which was comedic speaking, but you had to teach a information piece on something. So I would do I did a speech on sexual health and cancer, but it was a comedic speech on that. I did there was also informatives where you're teaching an audience about something, like a
TED Talk, any of these TED Talky kind of things.
But you're also judged based on eye contact, the way you move your hands, the way you position yourself. I'm all over the place.
I'm Italian. I'm a part Italian.
You have to also memorize a 10.5-minute speech, and you cannot go over.
There's no prompter.
And you're just up there in front of judges, and they are watching every way you move, talk, speak.
Wow.
And some of these speeches these people give in college are wild, and they are good. And
really good.
Oh yeah, like national competitions, international competitions.
Did you kill it? Because I feel like you'd be good at it.
I was pretty
crowd
good.
work. I feel like you've been killing crowd work too.
I did a pretty. I'm not gonna toot my own horn. I did pretty good. But you know what? There were a lot of people on my team that were really, really good.
Okay.
I was really bad at talking with my hands. I'm part Italian, so it just comes naturally. So they're like, "There's 5 points deducted there." I was
hands in the pockets.
I was like trying to sit on, and it's just hard.
That's intense. That is hard. I say this all the time to people. I've said this to you.
Yeah.
I could do a live show in front of a mic, in front of 1 million people and be fine. I go talk to a 6th grade class and feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like it's, I just would.
All the kids going crazy.
Like I can't and I don't know why that is. Now I've gotten a little better at it. You do some more public speaking, you get a little better at it, but I'm not great at it. And I really have an appreciation for tremendous orators, I guess you would say, whether it's like a preacher or somebody like, I mean, I'm impressed with how Liam Cohen does it on the podium, right? Like, and
I mean, stand-up
it's a hard
comics.
thing to do.
And I have to say,
stand-up comics, yeah.
6-year-olds are a pretty tough crowd as well. You know,
Yeah.
they will honestly, they will tell you exactly how you did.
Well, when they start like picking their nose and falling asleep, like that says something.
You know?
Yeah.
But like also too, I mean, they're a great judge of character, and unfortunately too, back with the child cancer fund, we do have a lot of kids that are going through treatment. A lot of us start around 6 or 7 years old, or even younger. We have some families coming on today, and their kids are even like younger than 6 years old, and they are already starting treatment.
It's amazing
they're
how tough they are.
Well, they're tough, but they're
were.
resilient. I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing too. Kids are super, super resilient. But they also need a lot of community support, which is why you should call 855-916-9500 or 7077.
There we go. There's the number, 855-916-9500. I wonder what the one gets used the most is. The text, CMG 707070. That's pretty easy. To text that, CMG 707070, or the number 855-916-9500. You can find him everywhere at childcancerfund.org. Obviously, he listened to us, Action News Jacks, all day today, WOKV. So, but I wonder if they track that.
I mean, where
the most donations come from.
There is a whole data team up there, but there's like, I want to say there's like 25 people just answering phones, and they're coming in waves throughout the hours just to answer phones for this. So, and answer text messages too. And every time you make a big donation, we have a cowbell that we ring, and we want to hear that cowbell.
Yeah, that's a fun sound.
More cowbell, more cowbell, right?
Yeah. Is that in honor of ringing the bell? Or is that just?
Oh, wait, for ringing the bell? For what,
from
cowbell?
Cancer?
Oh.
Is there a correlation there?
SNL.
Is that the correlation?
I think it's, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they just like cows. I don't know.
That's Mississippi State, Brent. I mean, it's a cowbell, man. You got cowbells everywhere.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
Yeah. But, it's definitely a great way to grab attention to some of our donors. And I do want to say, today at 5 o'clock, if you do choose to donate around that time, your donation might be a little bit more.
Yeah, it's been kind of a secretive thing Rich told us about yesterday, right? But this is a new thing, and it's a lot of these donations are getting doubled every hour by sponsors, and it sounds like that's going to get more than doubled. I think I'm not too smart, but I feel like what you guys have said the last couple of days, it's going to get more than doubled.
I think I think that's a really good assumption.
All right.
And I can neither confirm nor deny it, but I will say I'm not going to deny it.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're in the chat, you're going to the Jaguars game today, think about how much money you're saving in terms of water.
That's right.
And so how about you balance that out and then donate?
All right.
Yeah.
How much are we giving? We giving like $250? $250. How about?
I got you, Brent.
It's $20 for a beer at the Jags game. Just you know what? Chug one beer and then give another beer to the kids with cancer.
That's a good way to
pour
do it.
one out for the homies.
Pour one out for the homies.
Yeah.
I tell you, I feel like we love having you on to help support the Child Cancer Fund and Care-A-Thon, but I feel like you should make more of an appearance on the show. This competitive speaking thing, my brain's going to start thinking about it. We could probably do something here.
Listen,
it's going to be a game.
Yeah.
You guys can have me on anytime, and I can pretend to talk about sports all day long.
Yeah.
I can do it. Yeah. I definitely, I love my FSU Seminoles. I could talk about them all day.
Well, you're one of the few right now.
It's just like, listen, we are the most, I will say, being a Jaguars fan, I have learned to be just totally loyal, and I feel the same way with my Knowles. We have some great years, and then we have some years where I'm bringing my homework to the stadium, but.
I mean, listen, Brent, I'm just being honest, man. I'm not necessarily a fan of like the show depth chart or anything, but as far as I'm concerned, Hamby better watch his spot because right now it could be Kathleen or Jason Hamby.
That's me, Kathleen.
If we get some Florida State talk and bump down the Georgia Bulldog talk a little bit.
Good. Hey, how do you feel about backup quarterbacks now? That's an inside joke. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I could tell you they're great in the back, they're great in the front, wherever. As long as you're making a touchdown.
I like it better. Get her in, Brent. Hey,
elite analysis.
Bring it in.
Elite is right. By the way, we should give out a shout out to Riley too. He was fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Riley.
You guys are great ambassadors, really, and advocates for this. So they got the right people.
Yeah, they definitely do. Riley with his little mullet, he's rocking. He's rocking it. As long as you're just texting 70, 70, 70, you can have us on anytime you want.
Well, we're going to do that. Make a donation as part of the Brent and Austen Show. Hopefully you do too. Again, $5 matters. $10 matter. If you can do more, great. But every bit matters. There's the information. Kathleen, great to see you. And continued success at Mayo, at Child Cancer Fund, and stay healthy, we hope.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks.
I'll try my best.
Thank
you.
That is Kathleen, and a big shout out to Riley as well. And a big shout out to Rich Jones, too, and everyone up there. Hey, Hamby, you got a live look up there? Do we have that? Yeah, just one. He's just chilling out. Just one click of the button. Boom. I couldn't tell if he was like moving quickly to go get that shot or not, but there's Rich and everyone up in the performance studio, and that's kind of where home base is today, which is different. Rich told us about that. They've had it at Nemours over the years and brought it in-house, and it seems like a great scene up there. And by the way, we do have to give a shout-out to Kathleen because she brought some snacks by.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Including,
we got some Chick-fil-A in there?
Chick-fil-A and nothing but cakes.
Mm-hmm.
I used my
Not
cancer
bad.
card to get it, so, whatever I could do.
I don't know when I should be laughing or not. Like,
Yeah,
I'm really
if she's laughing, I'm
uncomfortable.
laughing, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Fair enough. I appreciate it.
I think she did well at that comedic speech.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt about it. All right, hey, let's put a bow on this show. What do you got?
Brent, so I sent you your Venmo. Hopefully it's your name. But I Venmo you some money, man. Let's put that towards the fun and everything. It's not from Trent Baalke, so it's gonna say Austen Lane when it comes across.
But maybe I'll ask Trent.
Maybe ask your boy Trent to donate, man.
Everybody who usually Venmos me, please Venmo me.
Yes.
Today, that would be a very good thing. Kathleen's sitting over here listening like, who the hell's Trent Baalke?
It's all good.
Don't
as
worry.
As long as he's donating, that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's true. But
has
most every Jags fan,
money, Kathleen.
most every
Plenty of
Jags
money.
fan wishes they could say, who the hell is Trent Baalke?
Yeah.
That's part of it. Hey, want to end the show with this and a couple of Jags thoughts. What are you watching for? Assuming we're going to see most of the backups at the very least throughout most of the game.
I mean, I'm going to be watching the bad out linebacker again. Let's see Ventrell Miller, Branson Combs. Can one player separate themselves from the other? I will be watching that safety spot, right? We talk about how important dime packages are going to be. That third safety spot's going to be huge. And then I'm hoping, but I'm not sure yet, if Chris Rodriguez and Tootin play, I got to see something, Brent. And I get you're going to be using them both, during the regular season, but one guy's got to make a name for himself, I feel like, tonight, if they do play.
I feel like my eyes are on 27 and Rand, so I want to see something. Hamby's probably watching backup quarterbacks. Give us so he'll get a good chance to see those guys, by the way.
Going to be watching the Miz, too, dominate the Atlanta Braves tonight.
That'll be good. Good bet on the line there. $10 for that one, $10 for the series between these two guys. One last one. Hamby wanted us to do this. Maybe he has he's talking to somebody, but you got a score prediction tonight. I think maybe
of the Jaguars
Jags
or the
game. He wanted to do that, and I was like, it's actually kind of fun because the scores in preseason games can be kind of goofy sometimes because you go for two. You don't play it a typical way on occasion.
Yeah.
24-20 was pretty typical last week.
Mm-hmm. Do we know are the Panthers?
I haven't
going to play their
seen
starters
that either. I feel like they might. Even if the Jags don't, but I think there's some dance there that goes into that. I think the coaches talk and say, hey, we're planning on playing ours. Okay, well, if you're not playing yours, then we won't play. Yeah, I think there's something. Maybe not.
Let me go ahead and consult my expert real quick.
Kathleen, what are you thinking for a score? For a score, at 32-7.
32-7. Jaguars come out.
Wow. Wow.
Yep. Book it.
That's a good one to book. I'm gonna go like no, that's fine. That's good.
Listen, I like to shoot high.
I like it. First of all, 32 is good because 32-7 could be scorigami, and that's what I was going after.
Now we're talking.
I was trying to find a scorigami kind of number,
Yep.
which means it hasn't happened before,
Yep.
or it doesn't happen very often. And let's go with 18-13.
Okay.
Jags.
Okay.
Just a brutal score.
That's what I wanted to do. You asked for it. Who the heck asked for predictions for preseason games?
This is why.
How mad is Hamby going to be when Nick Mullen drops 32 points?
Okay.
Hamby's going to be so pissed off.
You want to bet on that too? No.
All right. We're going to get out of here.
Hamby, you got a score?
Oh, yeah. Do you have one?
I'm saying 24-18.
24-18. Okay, you got a little number. Hey, what time is my noon hit on CBS 47?
You got about 7 minutes.
Oh, good. I got
Plenty
time to
of
change
time.
my shirt. Good. And eat a nothing but cake. Let's leave. We'll see you tonight, by the way. Full coverage all day long on the Jags, including coming up in 7 minutes on CBS 47. And then 7 o'clock kick, 7 o'clock pregame show, 7 o'clock kick on CBS 47, 10:30 postgame show. We also have 7 o'clock Columbia and Bowls Game of the Week on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network and on YouTube. And then 11:15, we've got the Friday Night Blitz. Locked and loaded tonight. We got a lot of stuff.
Do you want to come hang out in the Jaguars pregame show with me or not? Are you good?
If they'll let me in.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right,
Key
never
card
mind.
might not work.
I'll see you Monday.
Here's the most important thing we can tell you today. ChildCancerFund.org. Be a part of Care-A-Thon 2026 today and tomorrow throughout the day. 855-916-9500. Text CMG to 707070. We're going to do that. Chandler just sent me some money in my Venmo.
Okay.
He doesn't usually do that.
No,
but that's
no.
a new one.
Okay.
You did too. I got it. So hefty donation going to Care-A-Thon 2026. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend, everybody.
When we say the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is everywhere, we mean it. If you don't want to see our ugly faces and you just want to hear our takes, listen to the podcast. It's up 30 minutes after every live show. Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Google Play. It's really that simple. Just pull out your phone. I'm on Spotify, Action Sports Jacks. Every episode is right there, split into hour chunks, so you get exactly what you're looking for.
I think it would be a better chance that Branson Combs wins the weak side linebacker spot than Wyatt Milam wins the right guard spot. And that's more because Patrick McCarry has done more in the season.
Stupid take.
He's more.
Maybe you only have 15 minutes before the kids come home. You don't have time to listen to the full show. You're craving Jags content. The YouTube page is for you. We have a separate playlist called Brent and Austen Show Segments. It's Jags-only conversations right there every day. Subscribe. Don't miss any Jags content. Action Sports Jacks.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for